Hello everybody, it's December 2011 and we're going to take a look at Logbook Pro 1.12.0 and the new feature called backup encryption, the ability to set a password to protect your backups. A backup is a compressed archive of your Logbook Pro data file, contains all your information, customizations, etc. Now a backup, again ending in .bak, can be restored by anybody using Logbook Pro. You can set a password on your data file, which will protect access to your data file, but you can also set a password to your backup that prevents anybody from restoring your backup should you elect not to use a password on the data file itself. Let's take a look at how to create a backup and set a password using the new functionality in Logbook Pro 1.12.0. We're going to click File, Backup to File. You can answer yes when prompting to backup. Now the default location for backups is in your My Documents, My Logbook Profiles, V1 Backup folder. Now you can change this location in the Save In if you want to put it in a folder that's being backed up by other systems, or you want to put it on a different hard drive or a network share, wherever. You can change the location, but this is the default recommended by Logbook Pro. You can also see when creating backups, you're going to get the file name, and then it's going to append the date. And now it's recommended that you create multiple backups. Do not overwrite prior backups. You want to keep a history of backups. So tomorrow or next week when you create a backup, then it could say 29, and you want to just continue to create new backup files, not overwriting old ones. Let's go ahead and click the backup option to start the process. And you'll be presented with an encrypt dialog where you can set a password. Now just take a moment here and read the information. It says enter a password to protect the backup. Passwords must be at least 6 characters. And the most important thing here is that passwords are case sensitive. So if you had lowercase c, a, s, e, that's going to be a different password than capital C, little a, capital S, little e. So make sure that you use a password that you will remember or note it in a safe location, whichever works for you. But there's nothing we can do to help you restore a backup that you password protected, and you should not share a password with anybody. Now if the hide password is checked, you're not going to see it, as you can see, so therefore you would have to re-enter it to validate it. Now if you want to see it in plain text, you can uncheck the hide password option, and then there's no reason to enter a validation. So if there's nobody looking over your shoulder, you can uncheck hide the password. You can make sure you enter it properly, and then go ahead and click OK. And at this time, you can see the progress bar in the lower left of the window. This is going to create the compressed archive of your entire data file and options, customizations, etc. And then you'd be presented with a dialog that shows you exactly where your backup has been saved. Now maybe you need to create a backup and send it to tech support for them to help you out with a question you may have. You can just click yes, and Windows Explorer will open to that location. You can then choose copy or attach it to an email to support at nc-software.com, etc. And it's that simple. Now let's take a look at restoring a backup that has a password. File, Restore Back File. That's the file we just created in the backup process. And there's the file we just created. Now remember, we have a password assigned to this. Therefore, you're going to be prompted to enter a password. Now if you don't know the password, or somebody else is trying to restore your backup, etc., they're not going to be able to access this. It has a strong encryption set on the file. So let's go ahead and enter our password, and then you get the option of where you want to save the file. For most users, the default working folder. Now if you have the Enterprise Edition, you're working with multiple files as we do, then we might want to set a custom area or custom folder, so a custom location where the backup will be restored. So again, just to review, we have encryption now available in 1.12.0, protecting your backups. You can either click backup to file or backup to cloud. You'll first be presented with the option to set a password. We're just going to make a new backup here, and I'm going to show you quickly how to get beyond this. Leave it blank or click cancel if you do not want to set a password. So we'll just click cancel. The back, and that's cancel as far as setting a password, but the backup will still be created, just not with a password for protection. And then you get the same dialogues as before. So strongly recommended to protect your information. You can set a password prior to submitting backups to the cloud. And again, if you're interested in our cloud backup, which allows you to create Logbook Pro PC Edition backups and save in the cloud on our servers in our backup routines, which occur multiple times a day, etc., visit logbookpro.com/cloud backup. You can choose a 1, 5, or 10 file option, which is the number of backups you can have saved in the cloud at any given time. Very affordable, only $19.99 for an entire year. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned about our new backup encryption. Have a great day.